How are you?
Welcome to Young Hyundai. My name's Seth. It's great to see you today.
Seth?
I know we talked a little bit before you came in about getting out of your Elantra. You're planning on giving that to your nephew, is that right?
Yeah.
Awesome. I also remember you said you wanted something that was both sporty and economical, right?
Yeah, I mean, ideally, that's kind of, I commute, so I need something that, is going to get, some decent gas mileage and then connectivity. I'm in my car a lot, so being able to be on my phone and use that is a huge bonus for me.
Cool. So given that information, what I came up with is our 2018 Tucson.
Okay.
What I think it does great is it combines both sporty and efficient aspects. So I wanted to start here in the engine compartment and show you a little bit of what I meant.
Okay.
Here we have our GDI, or gasoline direct injection motor. What that means is that they direct the fuel directly into the cylinder so that you get both more horsepower and fuel efficiency overall. Another thing I want you to see is we've got our clear reservoirs here, so anytime you need to top something off or check out a fluid level, it's pretty easy to see if you need to do something that way.
Awesome.
Also, you feel this material back here? So what that does is two things. One is it keeps things quiet in the cab, so you have both a quieter ride, and another factor is that in the event of some kind of fire or something in the engine compartment, that's a flame retardant. Same thing at the top of the hood, so it'll fall down and put out any fires, and it's a safety feature as well. Pretty nice to know that Hyundai's got your back in that regard, right?
Sure.
Another thing I wanted to point out were the drop-away motor mounts. So if you're in a collision, those will actually break away and the engine will go under the car instead of through the cabin. So they're always thinking about safety number one for Hyundai. Also, did you know that Hyundai mills its own steel?
I did not know that. No.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So what they do is that they actually create the steel for the frames and the chassis of the vehicle. A factor that is awesome with Hyundais is that they can make an increased strength steel to put in their car chassis, so you have a stronger vehicle. They can keep the price down because they kind of control the process from A to B in a Hyundai vehicle.
Oh, okay. All right.
Another thing I wanted to show you was something like the impact-resistant headlight casing. This is actually made of the same material that football helmets are made out of, so they're strong even in an impact. They're not going to yellow or age over time. You know how they used to get foggy?
Yeah.
You're never going to have that problem with this.
Oh, great.
Just close this for now. Step over here. You'll notice that we've got our 17-inch alloy rims. Something I like about those is that the alloy will make both a stronger material and a lighter weight material, so that in the end you have better efficiency and a stronger rim.
Okay.
If you're anything like me, Jack, you want to know that your passengers are just as comfortable as you. And that the door's locked.
Yeah. Probably need to open that door. There we go.
So you'll immediately see that we have leather seating surfaces. We've got air conditioning, heating vents in the back. And you'll notice right here, we've got our Infinity surround sound system in this car with Clarify audio. What that does is it'll take something like an MP3 track and upgrade the audio to kind of fill in the pieces of data that are missing.
Oh,
So
no kidding.
Yeah, so you'll know that you have a very, in-depth sound system in your car. It's just a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Why don't you take a seat back there and see just how much space you have?
Yeah, there is quite a bit of room.
Yeah.
More than I was expecting anyway.
One of the features that I really like too is that you actually got a reclining seat even in the back
wow.
seat. Yeah.
Okay. That is
So,
nice.
With Hyundai, comfort is always right up there with safety.
Right.
One other thing that I want to show you outside the car, Jack, is back here in our standard lift gate. Well, Hyundai's put a couple other things. I know you might, be out with friends, you're doing something, having things to stow away. Our compartment back here has 31 cubic feet of space, which is bigger than a lot of our other competitors.
Okay.
Another feature that I really like is we've got our 12-volt, 180-watt plug right there. So if you're out camping or something like that and you need some power to run something, you don't have to string a cord all the way through your cabin. You've got something right back here.
Very cool. Yeah.
If you walk around to the front, and I'll actually have you jump in on the driver's side so I can show you a couple things.
Okay.
You'll notice right away, Jack, that you've got power controls on the seating. So you can have an 8-way directional control there, and your passenger gets the same features.
Okay.
If you go ahead and start up the car, immediately you're greeted with our infotainment center. We have an 8-inch touch screen, and that will control all kinds of things like your media. You'll have access to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto.
And I've heard good things about that.
What's cool about it is that you can plug in a phone to this USB port right here.
Okay.
It'll both charge your phone and give you voice control to almost every aspect that you usually use your phone for. That includes things like finding navigation points, making phone calls, sending text messages, or even pulling up music or podcasts that you listen to.
Oh my gosh, that is so nice.
So it's cool to know that you can be connected in ways like never before, really.
Yeah.
But the main thing about this system is that it allows you to keep your attention right where it should be when you're in a vehicle, and that's on the road.
I like that.
With that in mind, I want you to take a look at some of the controls on your steering wheel.
Okay.
It may look complicated at first, but really it's rather intuitive. We have things that we can change on our in-dash display. We can have cruise control, or we can use our voice commands and control things like volume, track selection, accept and reject calls. So really in all, we can control almost all aspects of the vehicle without again diverting our attention or even removing our hands from the steering wheel. So safety's number one again.
I love that.
If you look to the sides, you can see these emblems in the outside mirrors.
Okay.
That's part of our safety feature called blind spot detection. There's a corresponding button on the left side of the dash. If you press that button, we've got radar signals that go 12 feet to the side and 60 feet back in order to detect if someone's in our blind spot. And if someone is, an orange light will glow on the mirror to let you know that someone's in that area and it's not a good time to get over. That's part of the package that in this vehicle that'll allow you to have more situational awareness. And it's just another factor for safety.
Great.
A couple of the things before we head out on our test drive that I want you to be aware of is specifically this little button right here that says drive mode.
Okay.
If you push that button, you'll see us toggle between modes like eco, normal, and sport. What those do is they allow the gearing to change a little bit on our transmission to either give us a more economical drive in eco or to delay upshift and have a faster downshift so we have a sportier, more aggressive drive, Jack.
I like that. I like that a lot.
So cycle through those when we're on our test drive so you can get a feel for what we're doing as far as making an adaptable drive for you.
Okay. I'll be sure to do that.
A couple of the things to point out quickly is we've got 3 stages of heat for both your seat and mine. And something that I really love is our clean air ionic filter. What that does is it negatively charges particles that came across your cabin filter and has them stick to the filter so things like allergens or pet dander won't actually enter the cabin at all. So you have more comfort and a cleaner air just as you drive around your car.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Does anyone else do anything like that?
As far as I know, Hyundai is one of the few brands that have put so much thought into it that they're even worried about the air you breathe in their cars.
Wow, that's really cool.
So, if you're ready, why don't we hit the road and get you going on this car?
I'm excited.
Cool, Jack.
Thank you.